I saw the angel in the marble and carved until I set him free. If people knew how hard I worked to get my mastery, it wouldn't seem so wonderful at all. A man paints with his brains and not with his hands. The true work of art is but a shadow of the divine perfection. The greater danger for most of us lies not in setting our aim too high and falling short, but in setting our aim too low, and achieving our mark. My soul can find no staircase to heaven unless it be through earth's loveliness. A man paints with his brains and not with his hands. Faith in oneself is the best and safest course. Trifles make perfection, and perfection is no trifle. The promises of this world are, for the most part, vain phantoms, and to confide in oneself, and become something of worth and value is the best and safest course. A beautiful thing never gives so much pain as does failing to hear and see it. I have never felt salvation in nature. I love cities above all. If we have been pleased with life, we should not be displeased with death, since it comes from the hand of the same master. If in my youth I had realized that the sustaining splendor of beauty of with which I was in love would one day flood back into my heart, there to ignite a flame that would torture me without end, how gladly would I have put out the light in my eyes. Every beauty which is seen here by persons of perception resembles more than anything else that celestial source from which we all are come. It is necessary to keep one's compass in one's eyes and not in the hand, for the hands execute, but the eye judges. I live in sin, to kill myself I live, no longer my life my own, but sin's, my good is given to me by heaven, my evil by myself, by my free will, of which I am deprived. From such a gentle thing, from such a fountain of all delight, my every pain is born. It is well with me only when I have a chisel in my hand. The best of artists has no conception that the marble alone does not contain within itself. I cannot live under pressures from patrons, let alone paint. I am a poor man and of little worth, who is laboring in that art that God has given me in order to extend my life as long as possible. The best artist has that thought alone which is contained within the marble shell. The sculptor's hand can only break the spell to free the figure slumbering in the stone. Death and love are the two wings that bear the good man to heaven. There is no greater harm than that of time wasted. Every block of stone has a statue inside it, and it is the task of the sculptor to discover it. Perfection is no small thing, but it is made up of small things. To know each other is the best way to understand each other. To understand each other is the only way to love each other. The idea is they're locked inside. All you have to do is remove the excess stone. If people knew how hard I worked to get my mastery, it wouldn't seem so wonderful at all. Your greatness is measured by your horizons. Art is a jealous thing, it requires the whole and entire man. Gazing on beautiful things acts on my soul. A beautiful thing never gives so much pain as does failing to hear and see it.